welcome back. I'm in my dining room today. I have a big haul of the result of a week's worth of shopping. This was the first week we were open here in California and I went nuts, but everything was really well organized. The stores were really strict about having people come in with masks and limiting the number of people in. And the stores, I mainly went to some local charity shops. They were really happy to see their customers. So it's really great. Or maybe it was last week we opened. I really don't remember. But this was the first week I kind of really went out and hit all my favorite places. A few places are still not open. So welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you find something enjoyable. I go thrifting and I show you what I thrifted. Some of it I keep, some of it I give to my daughter. A lot of it I give to my daughter. And some of it I sell on my Etsy shop, which is linked in the description box below. So I'm gonna jump right in because I have a lot of stuff and it's all really great. So first thing I have, and I don't remember where everything came from. If I remember, I'll let you know. A lot of stores were having sales. I got some good deals. This little salt and pepper shaker, I don't know if they're mismatched, if this one was supposed to have 2 clear lids, this one was supposed to have 2 green lids. They have the same pattern. It's a pressed glass, it's heavy. I don't know if it's crystal or not, but it's crystal in color. And I would imagine that the large one is for salt and the small one is for pepper. They have little plastic lids. They have no maker on the bottom. So I thought those would be really cute and I'll put those up in my Etsy shop. I love salt and pepper shakers. They're easy to change out. They're easy to dress up or down or casual or whatever you like. And even little vintage ones can go with a contemporary look. So there's those. And then I have this little elephant planter. I don't think he's old. I've seen larger ones just like him. I got him for my daughter. She collects elephants and she's waiting for me to show my haul. He's got a little heart. And I guess you could use him for pens or a toothbrush, but I thought he'd be cute with a little plant in there, a little succulent or something that has little flowers on it. He didn't have any mark on the bottom that I could tell, and he was $2.50 at my charity shop. So just a glazed ceramic elephant. And this, of course, you'll know I love. It's a restaurant-ware cup and saucer. This is from the Marriott Hotel in Washington, D.C. It's made by Homer Laughlin, and the mark on the bottom dates it to 1980. It's got a black and kind of a, I don't even know what color you would call that. It's not really gold, it's not really brown. I guess it's kind of brown. Brownish, goldish rim. I just love it. I love that it has that information about where it came from. The plate just has the Homer Laughlin mark. Is that upside down? It's very easy to go online and look up the back stamps for Homer Laughlin. They're very organized about their back stamps going way back when, and it's very easy by the number codes, letters, and numbers to date their items. So this is, I guess you would call it hotel wear versus restaurant wear. So this is hard to see, but it says Marriott Hotel, Washington, D.C. What else it says? But Homer Laughlin, cup and saucer. I love it. I love it. So while we're talking about cup and saucers, I'll show you the beautiful spoons I got. They were 25 cents a piece at this charity store. I like to pick up spoons, little serving spoons or teaspoons, because when I sell mugs, I have a shop called Cupadilly where I sell mugs. And when I sell mugs, if weight permits, I like to throw a spoon in as a little gift. They're so inexpensive and so fun, and you can find vintage ones plentifully at thrift stores. So I try to look through them. It's either feast or famine with spoons I found. And I'll pick up little serving spoons sometimes also. If I sell a casserole or a Pyrex or something like that, I'll throw one of those in, weight permitting. can't go over that shipping weight. So I found, these were all 25 cents a piece. And they were all, I believe all of them marked Japan. They're Meteor. And they're Perma-Bright Japan Meteor. And these were, can you see the glare there? They're very mid-century modern, a little starburst pattern on those. There's 2 teaspoons and a larger tablespoon. So yeah, they will get split up, unfortunately, but that's okay. And this was another, this was really pretty. This was, they had some silver plate there. This is a community silver plate, little serving spoon or a little slotted spoon, probably for berries or something like that. And it had a little floral pattern on it. Can you see it? Anyway, I thought that was really cute. Has that nice mid-century sleek style there. Here's another one. This one just says stainless steel Japan. And it has the little sunflower clusters or daisies. Roses, sunflower, that's a sunflower. Cute, probably from the 60s, very cute. And then these, I found these and I kept picking them out and I ended up with 6 of them. They're silver plate and they have a little shell pattern and they have a monogram E on them. And I came home and I thought, something just seems special about these. So I looked them up. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna be able to see it now. They're Roger and Hamilton. And they have a patent number on them. And I looked them up and there's a website that had it clearly marked and they are from the late 1800s. So these I will probably end up selling as a set. They're very nice and people really enjoy a monogram. They all have the same monogram. So yeah, I got 6 of those for $1.50. That was really great. Okay, I better go faster. Probably gonna have to break this up into 2 hauls because there's so much stuff. Okay, these I absolutely love. These grill plates, I have 2 of them. They are just beautiful. They have what I would call a 1930s style, these colors, that kind of dark maroon, the soft blue and the greens. Now they're marked Germany, both of them, and the stamp on the back is a ship of some kind, and it has 2 letters, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I'm so sorry. And of course I can't see them. CE or CM, I can't remember. Anyway, I could not, all the information available for pottery and dish back stamps, I could not find this anywhere, but they are adorable. And they have the little thumb plates. So they're, I would say, I don't know a lot about these type of things, but I would say, you know, they're kind of a more casual set. They're probably, you know, like I said, I think from the 20s or 30s. I guess they could be earlier. One says Germany 16 on the bottom and the other says 17 or 18 on the bottom. I don't know if that means anything. Anyway, you know, I feel like you would hold it and serve your food in like a buffet style or serve yourself style. No one's coming around with the sterling ladle to put your dinner on here. Thought they were adorable, and those are for sale in my Etsy shop. Next, I really, really love this. It's another piece of restaurant ware. It's a little pink individual teapot. It's made by Chef's Mate. This one was made in 1951. The lid is a little bit darker, but it is the correct lid for the things that they made. And it's nice because it has the double tab on it, which just is extra secure. And you pour here. It's just so cute. And I think when I measured it, it holds 12 ounces, so about a cup and a half. Yeah, isn't that darling? Love it. Not quite the same era, but you know. I found this. It's a Perquacky word game, perfectly playable. All the pieces are there. If you've ever played word games like Boggle, where you shake up all the letters and then you try to find out how many, you try to search and make as many words as you can from the letters that show up. I don't know what the red means. I took a very quick glance at the instructions, and it seems like a simple game with a complicated scoring scheme, which I've seen before. This was $1. This is from 1970. There's some I've seen that are even older than this and more contemporary as well. I had not heard of this before, and my daughter doesn't want it, so I'll probably list that for sale. It's kind of fun. And this I know I found at Goodwill. I think these were Hawking. I always get confused whether these swirly ball vases were Anchor Hawking or Hazel Atlas. It's not marked on the bottom. I sold a beautiful cobalt one earlier this year, and they're so pretty. And I saw this same colored one, this kind of pretty, it is a depression green. I'm drinking my water out of my depression glass. This is a uranium. You can almost see the bottom glowing. So it's a similar color. It's not that darker green. I saw this vase at one of the Goodwills, and it was marked $2.99 or something like that. And I thought, they don't sell for very much money. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna leave it there. And then I went home and I thought, it was such a pretty color and you don't come across that. I should go back and get it. And then I was at a different Goodwill, and it was 99 cents. So I bought it there. Yeah. Okay, this next piece I'm gonna show you. Let me say this. I was talking to my cousin, and she said, you know, when I went out thrifting, I looked up and found some good things, and I always forget to look up. And I had that in my mind, looking up. I'm on the shorter side of normal, so I don't look up too often. And I thought, I'd make a point to look up. Well, I looked up and I saw this beautiful Hoosier style jar. And I don't know a lot about those jars. And I see them in antique stores. I never have seen one in a thrift store. I know there are reproduction ones. There's some that are green, etc. But I picked this up and I looked it over and I thought, no, this is the real thing. There's little bubbles in the glass. I put coffee beans in it. Can you see it says coffee? And the lid is too specific. This is the original lid. In fact, it's fragile and there's a tiniest little tear there, and you could see where these lids probably tore pretty easily. So me, who really didn't know anything about these Hoosier jars, I kind of went online and I looked it up and I learned some things. So this particular jar was made by Sellers. That's the name of the company. They made Hoosier style cabinets around the same time that Hoosier made them in the early part of the 20th century. And that's when my house was built in 1910, maybe even earlier. And one day I will have my own Hoosier cabinet. My daughter is trying to take this jar from me. She's begging me for it. And what do you guys think? Should I give it to her? I don't want to give it to her, and she knows that. I'm trying to make up for it by giving her a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, this is called a triple skip, which means there's a triple ribbing and then it's skipped in between. There's a little blank part there. So yeah, this was $3. What do they sell for? I've seen them anywhere from $20 to $60 depending. So I don't think it's super valuable or anything, but I really, really love it. All right, maybe just a couple more things. I'm already past 15 minutes. I'm trying to stay my time. I found another one of these beautiful cobalt Madonna Inn glasses. If you go back a few videos, you'll hear me talk about these. Madonna Inn is a resort that is in Central California near the coast, and it's known for their sort of flamboyant rooms. Every room has a different decor. Anyway, these glasses were made anywhere from the late 1950s, 60s up until contemporary. This one I think is on the older side. When I compared it to some other ones I had, it just seemed a little bit more subtle, not so shiny, and just ever so slightly smaller. This is a wine glass. It has heavy roses embossed in the glass on there. And people really like these and collect them. I have a few, they're okay. My husband really, he likes to drink wine out of these, and he really likes this color. So he wants to keep it. I want to sell it, but we'll see. Well, I'm gonna have to come back and we're gonna have to do the rest of it in another haul. It may even be 3 because I have so many items and I've already gone over. So I really appreciate you stopping by. Come back in a couple days and we'll see what else I found. Ta!